Is Bastion an OP mech or is he not? That's what we're gonna find out. I'm gonna be going over Bastion's stats, ability, implants, builds, playstyle, counters, and viability. Let's go! And if you do enjoy the video, consider subscribing. I'm super close to 1,000 subscribers and I'd appreciate it a ton. So Bastion is a legendary mech with 24 energy capacity and he has 142,400 base HP. That's the most HP in the game. And with the legendary pilot, that becomes 199,360 HP. HP is definitely a strength for him, and that makes him super difficult to kill. And his movement speed is 18 kilometers per hour, which is the same as Onyx, Paragon, Zephyr, and Ares. This is a pretty slow movement speed, and it makes him struggle against mortars. And his cooldown is 16 seconds, which is 22nd in the game, or second last place. The only mech that has a cooldown that's worse than him is Arachnos with a cooldown of 22 seconds. His cooldown is definitely a big weakness for him. Once his shield gets shot down, it takes ages for it to come back. And with the legendary ability cooldown implant, that becomes 11.2 seconds, but that's still a really long time where he's vulnerable. And his ability duration is infinite. It's just like Ares' shield where it'll only go away if you shoot it down. It's not like Juggernaut's shield where it goes away after 12 seconds. It stays on the map permanently until it's shot down. This means that you can start the match with the shield activated, but I wouldn't recommend doing that since it makes it so the enemy can easily spot you. And his shield is his best part. He has a shield that covers him from all sides except above him with 40,000 HP. This means that with his shield and a legendary pilot, he has almost 240,000 HP, which is crazy tanky. And his shield is the best in the game. It has 8,700 more HP than Ares' shield and 13,400 more HP than Juggernaut's shield. The only problem is that Bastion doesn't have an implant that makes his shield stronger, while Ares and Juggernaut do. Ares with his shield implant actually has 430 more HP than his. And Juggernaut with his shield implant still has 5,420 HP less than his. And once his shield goes down, he has an EMP with a radius of 25 meters. Although this isn't as good as mechs like Guardian and Zephyr, it's still pretty good. And with the legendary blast range implant, his range becomes 32.5 meters, which is much better. And his ability also is a stun that lasts for 4 seconds. This is the reason why he's such an OP mech. He becomes an absolute beast at close range. If you're at close range with him and his shield is active, you're completely screwed. If you shoot down the shield, you'll get stunned for 4 seconds. And if you don't shoot down the shield, then he'll easily just kill you. The only thing you can do is either run away or use something like a system crash that counters him pretty well. His ability also deals 23,000 damage at anyone who gets caught in the EMP, which is pretty good. This becomes 29,900 damage with a blast damage implant, but I still wouldn't recommend using the implant. And he has 2 mech specific implants. He has the blast range implant, and here are the stats for that. And he has the blast damage implant, and here are the stats for that. The blast range implant is really good, but the blast damage implant isn't that good. And there are 3 builds that are good on him: Bastion rails, Bastion EMs, and Bastion discs. You use Bastion rails with either Archangel or Baron, and if you're using your Archangel or Baron for EMs, then you can use a legendary pilot like Major. And the implants I'd use on him are the railgun damage, railgun reload, ability cooldown, and the blast range implant. I think Bastion Rails is one of the best builds in the game right now. It's super hard to kill since he has almost 240,000 health, and you can't even go close to the build since you'll get stunned for 4 seconds and get dealt 23,000 damage, and you can't even wall peek against him since railguns have extreme precision. And with the versatility of the railguns, it's super strong at long range and close range. It's an extremely OP build with almost no counters. The best hangar in the game that I referenced in my last video has changed from killshot EMs to Bastion rails. I didn't know how strong Bastion rails was until now, and he's definitely stronger than killshot EMs. And Bastion with the EM rifle 12s is also a super strong build. You can use this build with either Archangel or Baron, and the implants I'd use on him are the EM rifle damage, EM rifle reload, ability cooldown, and the blast range implant. This build deals a lot more damage than Bastion rails and is better at long range, but it's not as good at close range. Also, since the precision of the EM rifles are bad, you'll struggle to hit enemies that are wall peeking. And the last build is Bastion with Disc Launcher 12s. You use this build with either Stefania or Neymar MVP, and the implants I'd use on him are the Disc Launcher damage, Disc Launcher reload, Disc Launcher radius, and the ability cooldown implant. This build is a close range monster. You don't want to go anywhere close to this build. Not only will you get stunned by his ability, but you'll also get splashed by disc launchers as well. The only problems with this build is that it's not as good at long range and it can be vulnerable against snipers. But all three of the builds are good and I'd recommend all of them. So how do you use Bastion? Although you can use them at any range, it's obviously better if you can get closer to your enemies. So the closer you can get to the enemy, the better. And if you can get within 25 meters of them, then you'll completely destroy them. Also, you don't want to go into the open with him. Although he has almost 240,000 HP with the shield, he can still get 3 or 4 shot by EMs. Also, you want to hide behind cover when his ability's on cooldown. When his ability's on cooldown, he's definitely vulnerable and you don't want to risk getting killed. Also, stay away from Guardian since that's his biggest counter. He'll beat every mech in the game at close range besides Guardian. Guardian can system crash him and completely destroy him, so you want to stay away from him. He also gets countered by mortars, so you want to save your sprint for when the mortars come at you. And he also gets countered by Zephyr and Surge if they know what they're doing. They can take out his shield from far away and then stun him and kill him. Redeemer also does good against him since he can backtrack away from the stun, but you have to watch out since you get dealt 23,000 damage every time. The best way to deal with Bastion is to take down his shield from far away and kill him while his ability is on cooldown. His cooldown is 16 seconds and 11.2 seconds with a legendary ability cooldown, so kill him before his ability comes back. And Bastion is good on every game mode. He's really good in 2v2 since the maps are close range and he's super strong at close range. He's also pretty good in CPC and he's really good in 5v5 since his survivability is amazing and 5v5 is all about staying alive. But he struggles in the open mortar maps, so you gotta watch out for that. He's also extremely good in free-for-all since he can tank a lot of damage, he can stun people, and his shield covers him from all directions. He's also pretty bad at early game and mid game. The reason for this is that his stun is only 1 second at rank 5 and below. And his stun is only 2 seconds at rank 6. So his stun only becomes 4 seconds when he's maxed. So he's really only good at late game when he's maxed, since the stun is one of the best parts about him. So should you invest in Bastion? If you're in late game, I definitely recommend you to invest in him. He's definitely a top 5 mech in the game. Although Stalker, Surge, Panther, and Redeemer are better than him, he's definitely the 5th best mech in the game. I think he's definitely better than Killshot, Orion, and Guardian. The only exception is if Guardian has a system crash range implant. If Guardian has a system crash range implant, it's a super close call between Guardian and Bastion. But even if you have the system crash range implant on Guardian, I think it's still a good idea to invest in him. I'm seeing some people replace mechs like Panther with him, which I don't think is a horrible idea. But if you're an earlier mid-game player, then it's your call if you want to invest in him. He won't be as good when he's not maxed, but he'll be super good when he is maxed. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and see ya guys!